Science News. This week, Science News presents you with Smoky Times, created by Ella Conley. Science Explained. Forest fires are extremely dangerous and can be started by many things. There are 72,000 wildfires a year, and humans are the cause for 90% of them. Wildfires can cause animals to become homeless, give people breathing issues, not to mention children, other adults, people that have heart diseases, diabetes, asthmas, and any other lung issues. The worst case. In late 2019, Australia faced what is said to be the worst fires in modern history. During that fire, 46 million acres were burned, and 1.25 billion animals were affected. That spring was one of the driest on records. Experts say that climate change is making the fires worse. And, this is kind of weird, but whenever I meet a person and I don't really have a topic, I always go to climate change. It's just a really good icebreaker. Dr. David Russell, a pediatrician at Feather River Hospital, found himself driving down a smoke-filled road Thursday as the campfire roared toward the foothill town of Paradise, reported KCRA. It got darker, and darker, and then started seeing more fire, Russell said, according to the station. Not just patches, but fire and a burning house on my right, some fire not too far off on my left. Stuck in traffic and running low on gas, Russell decides to abandon his vehicle. Then he spotted an ambulance on the fire beside the road, reported KCRA. There was a patient in there that was calling for me. Come over, get me out, Russell recalled, according to the station. The patient, Heather Roebuck, who had earlier given birth at the hospital and couldn't walk, had almost given up hope. I realized that I'm not going to make it, Roebuck said, according to the station. Told my husband on the phone I'm really sorry, that I just loved him, and that I wasn't going to be there with the kids. That's very sad. Russell helped the paramedics carry the woman to a nearby home, which she and other survivors helped defend from the flames with garden hoses, reported KCRA. I accepted the fact that I was probably going to die, and that I was going to do everything that I can to make sure some people lived, or that I lived, said Nurse Tamara Ferguson, who had been in the ambulance behind Roebuck, reported Good Day Sacramento. The home on either side burned down, but the one that they had occupied survived thanks to their efforts, reported USA Today. Homeowner Desiree Borden, who had earlier fled the fire with her family, said she was thankful. Once you got past the fire, there was another one. Once you got past the next one, power poles were falling on you, Borden said, according to Good Day Sacramento. Then her family received a phone call. They said, "Your home was a safe haven for us. Your home saved our lives." Dear Abby, preparing for forest fires are extremely important to do, because with the right tools, you can survive. Prepare an emergency kit. Fire can burn you after all, and you probably want something to make you feel better after being burned. Check and remove any fire hazards, such as dried out leaves, branches, and debris. Keep a good sprinkler in an accessible place. Have fire drills with your family. And if you ever find yourself in a fire, put a wet cloth to your mouth and find the nearest exit. Follow those things and you and your family should be safe. Now, Abby, I remember you saying that you didn't like your old fireplace, but I hope you're delighted with this one. Tools used to prevent, predict, and or measure. Knowing when and where wildfire is important. I mean, you want to stay away from the fire, right? We did just read someone who survived in a fire, and it did not sound too pleasant. Some places are drier and warmer than others, so that puts them at a higher risk. And here are places where fires are fairly common: Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Washington, Colorado, Oregon, and California. Some of the tools used to measure and predict wildfires are satellites, drones, robots, virtual reality, and IoT. These are some digital benefits for early warning and detection systems. If we are able to help with climate change, we can make a difference in wildfire. Or else we will always have the terrible wildfires every single year. We're excited. Survivors of Camp by the Sacramento Bee. A Scale of Burning Interest by Amanda Cook. Helping to Fight Wildfires by Business Services. Predict that. Thanks for tuning in for this article. Tuning out, Ella Conley. Bye!